to discuss and share with you about the nursery. So just to make you aware, we are recording this meeting, so it will go up and be texted out to you. Just so that you can rewatch it if you think you miss any information or anything like that. So if you don't want your kind of face to be recorded, then turn your video off, so that we can't see you. And yes, you'll be able to use this video for reference in the future. So for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Laura Pearce, the head teacher here at Hazelbury. We're delighted that your child is going to be in our Little Berries nursery in September, and really look forward to seeing you and your child when they join with us. So tonight, though, it's just a little bit of information ahead of them starting. I know that it can be a bit of an anxious and a nervous time, both for parent and child, if your child hasn't been to any sort of daycare or educational setting before. So we just want to give you all the information that you'll need ahead of them starting, and just hopefully to ensure that you feel really confident and reassure you that they're going to have an absolutely wonderful time in our nursery. So as I said, I'm Laura Pearce. The person taking the meeting tonight is Alexia Hillis, and she is going to introduce herself in a moment. She is the head of our Little Berries nursery, and we're delighted to have a rather large provision. So we do have 2-year-olds and our 3 and 4-year-olds within our nursery. So your children are starting in our sessional Little Berries 3 and 4-year-old nursery. Just a note, if you feel that you may be eligible for 30-hour funding, so we do have 30-hour placements as well as 15-hour placements. If you think you are eligible and you haven't applied for that yet, please do let us know, so that we can try and accommodate that if we have a space, because you do need to apply for that funding the term before they start. So you will need to do that now if you think you're eligible. There's more information about that on our school website under admissions. So if you can check whether you are eligible for 30-hour funding if you think you may be, and we can always help you with that. So if you're unsure, you can ring the school as well, and we can always help you with that. So without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to Alexia. You will get to ask some questions at the end, and so she'll take you through the presentation, and then if you have any questions, you can ask at the end. No question is a silly question. Everybody will probably be thinking the same thing as you, so please feel free to ask. You can type it in the chat, or ask the question, take yourself off mute and ask the question at the end. You will be receiving for your child, if you haven't already, a nursery transition booklet, and that's for your child to fill in. You will help them, obviously, but it's in preparation for September, so that they understand where they're going, what they're going to do, and it also, they bring it with them to their settling in session, and the teacher can have a look at that, and it gives the teacher a little bit of information about them as well, that they can start off and really get to know your children from the very beginning. So I'm going to hand you over to Alexia now. And as I said, if you have any questions, then you can ask them at the end.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Alexia. I'm the assistant head for nursery. I'm just going to screen share with you so you can see my PowerPoint. So bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. Okay, so as Laura's just said, you've met Laura, she's our head teacher. I'm Alexia, I'm the early years assistant head. And you'll see me probably pottering around nursery. I'll be in and out of your children's classrooms, etc. So welcome. Hazelbury is a very supportive school. We're nurturing, inclusive, and we try and give every child a voice. We have 2 nurseries with an AM and PM session, as well as the 30-hour provision that Laura just mentioned. And your child's learning journey may have already begun with us in our Little Berries Terrific 2s, or you may be new to our school. I know we've got quite a few familiar faces coming up from the 2s. And the well-being of your children is paramount to us. A happy child means a happy learner. So Hazelbury Primary School strives to ensure all children achieve success in every aspect of school life whilst learning how to care about one another. We aim to instill a love of learning, encourage a sense of responsibility, and teach the children respect for both themselves and for others. For us, PSED is the prime area, you know, sharing, making relationships, being happy, managing themselves and being independent. We can provide a wonderful start to your child's education through our Little Berries Nursery facility, which provides for children from 2 to 4 years old and is inclusive of the Terrific Twos and 2 sessional nursery classes. And then further to this, if you decide to stay with us, the school then provides a seamless journey from reception through to year 6 with a 5-form entry into each year group. We are a very large school. So you can find more information at our school website. At Hazelbury, we have our Hazelbury values, and these help underpin our daily practice and encourage the development of the desirable behaviour within the school community. This isn't just applicable to the children, so staff follow these, the governors, we ask parents to follow these, and our visitors. The values are regularly shared and discussed with the whole school community, and through them we aim to promote self-discipline and positive self-esteem. So we teach the children to persevere if they have something that they're finding challenging. We celebrate their successes. We teach them how to stay safe, to respect one another, how to collaborate and work together as a team, and how to be responsible. So the early years foundation stage curriculum. So this year, there is a new curriculum that is becoming statutory in September. Luckily, we were early adopters, so we've managed to see what it's like ahead of everybody else. We've put everything into place this year and made all the necessary adaptations to our curriculum to ensure that the children progress to expected outcomes across all areas of learning. In terms of how it affects the children and you as parents, there's no change. Everything was just for us at school. We use a document called Development Matters. You can access this if you want to have a look at it on Google, just search Development Matters as a reference point for our planning, as well as overarching themes. So we do things like the animal kingdom, where we learn about different animals, transport, fairy tales, there's loads of things that we cover. And just to ensure a high quality early learning. Alongside this, we'll also celebrate different cultures, look at different religions. So we try and be as diverse as possible and as inclusive as possible. We've developed enabling and learning environments with teaching and support from all adults who respond to children's individual interests and needs to help them to build their learning over time. So what this means is we have everything accessible to the children at their level. They can go and access what they want. If they're interested in something, they can go and get it without having to ask. If they want support, they can come and ask for it. If we see them doing something, we can intervene and support them and move their learning on. So the early years runs from birth to 5, and at Hazelbury, as I've previously said, this is inclusive of the Terrific Twos, nursery and reception. And the areas for learning and development, there are 7 of them, and they're all important. They're all as important as each other. One does not carry more weight than the other, and they're all interconnected. So the prime areas are communication and language, so speaking, listening, understanding. Physical development, which covers your gross and your fine motor skills, and personal, social and emotional development. So these are the ones that we would tend to focus on first, because without these, your children can't then go on to be successful in the specific areas, which I'll go on to next. So for example, for a successful reader and writer, your communication and your language needs to be good. For handwriting, your physical development, you have to build up your gross motor skills, your muscles, so things like climbing and monkey bars, so then your smaller muscle movements are better and you can have that control of your pencil. Personal, social and emotional development, like I said earlier, a happy child is a happy learner. Building friendships that are going to last throughout school. So then the specific areas are literacy, so that's reading, writing and comprehension. Mathematics, understanding the world, which includes your people and communities, the natural world, and expressive arts and design, which includes like your arts and music and role play. Alongside the curriculum that you've just seen, we also have the characteristics of effective learning. So we're not just concerned with what the children learn, we are concerned with how they learn and at what rate they learn as well. Sorry, I've just got some people waiting to be admitted. 2 seconds. Okay, sorry. So there are 3: playing and exploring, active learning, and creating and thinking critically. So if you imagine them as a triangle, at the bottom would be your playing and exploring. So this would include your using your senses to explore the world around you, messy play, sensory play, things like that, role play. On top of this, we build on active learning, which is where we teach the children to be resilient, to persevere. If they find something challenging, do they stick with it? Do they carry on? Are they motivated to learn? And then at the top of the triangle, we have creating and thinking critically. This is where we teach the children to think of their own ideas, to make links in their learning, to evaluate what they're doing. Have they been successful with what they wanted to achieve? If not, why not? What could they do next? So these underpin learning and development across all areas and support children to remain effective and motivated learners. So what is nursery all about? Primarily, having fun. Playing, learning, and exploring. Beginning to build the foundations on which your child's education will grow. So whilst at nursery, the children will be playing with water, digging in mud, painting, using glue, climbing on logs and climbing frames, riding bikes, playing outside, whatever the weather, and getting messy and wet. Now, as you can see on the side, there's a little picture here of things that can happen to our uniform. So yes, we do get messy. Everything, I reassure you, comes off because I also get messy with them. So the paint is all washable paint, the marker pens all come out. But we do have aprons. We do encourage the children to wear them. We do help them put them on, but they are not 100% foolproof. So please don't get cross with your child if they come home with some mud on them or if they've got a bit of glue or paint on them. They've been having lots of fun learning. So in terms of sessions, we have an AM and a PM session. So for the 15 hours AM and the full-time children, you start at 8:30 and then you finish, the session will finishes at 11:30. The PM starts at 12:30 and then the full-time children and the PM session will finish at 3:30. So when they first come in, this applies to both sessions. We have a soft start, we have some toast together, the children sit down, have a chat with each other, talk about what they've been up to, just a little like group setting and just have a little chit chat and relax into the session. This will then be followed by a carpet session and the register. As the year progresses, these carpet sessions also progress as well. So for example, at the end of this year now, we were having phonics during our carpet sessions, whereas at the start of the year, it was just singing a few songs together, getting used to that routine of being on the carpet. After this, we have some free flow learning with the opportunity to learn outdoors. So we don't restrict the children. If they want to go outside to learn, they're free to go outside to learn. If they want to stay inside, they're free to stay inside. There might be things going on inside that we want them to access, in which case we might ask them, can they come and complete this activity with us? And then they can go and carry on with what they were doing. Children also get to participate in yoga and mindfulness activities as well. At the end of our free flow, we have tidy up time, and then we finish with another carpet session. This might be maths based, it might be based on our theme, it might be a circle time, and then we have fruit, milk and water, and then it's home time. I have to ask, please be on time to pick up your child. There is nothing worse than being that child left at the end by yourself and wondering where your parent is. If you know that you're going to be late, please could you phone ahead just so we can reassure your child, yes, mummy, daddy, or whoever is coming to pick up, this is why they're late, but they will be here. We have core books that link to our HLQ topics, and all children are invited to do an adult-led maths and English activity every week. And we read lots of stories and sing lots of songs. You'll probably end up humming them along with your child as you walk home. So how do we capture your children's learning? We don't have books. We record everything on Tapestry, which is an online learning journal. So all children in our nursery classes have a personal online learning journal, which records photos, observations and comments in line with the early years foundation stage to build up a record of your child's experiences during their time with us. If your child was in the 2s already, this will just continue on. If you're new to us, we'll set up a new account for you, and then it follows through into reception as well. So it just builds up a nice portfolio of what they've been doing during their early years journey. Tapestry can be accessed online at this website here. As Laura said earlier, don't worry about writing things down or taking screenshots. This will be turned into a YouTube video and you can access it all again. It's a free app available from the App Store and on Android devices. You'll have access via email address and password to your child's learning journal. And in addition to viewing our contributions, we really, really like it when you guys add comments or you hit the like button, just to see that it shows us that you've seen what we've been doing. And in addition to that, we encourage parents to upload their own photos from home. So like anything that you've done at home, it might be that you've gone out to the zoo, or it might be that you've gone to the park. Even if you don't go anywhere, your child might have drawn a picture that they're really proud of. Take a picture, whack it on Tapestry so we can have a look. It's really nice for the children at school when we go into it and have a look all together during a circle time, for example. They get really excited to come and stand at the front of the class and tell their friends what they've done at home, and it encourages that speaking and listening and development as well. The safeguarding of our children is very important to us. Everything that is added to Tapestry will only be viewed by school staff using the program, and also yourself using your own logon. Only you will have access to your child's learning journal, and this can't be seen by other parents. It's crucial that you do not share photos or videos from your child's learning journal on social media, please, or through other online platforms. So what does an observation look like? So you'll have a picture uploaded in the middle. There might be more than one, in which case you'll see the little tabs at the bottom for the subsequent pictures. It will have a title at the top and who's uploaded it. There will be a comment box at the bottom where you can add your own comments, and there will be a notes section describing what has taken place, what learning has occurred in that picture during that activity. And then there is an export button. So if you click this, you can download the observation as a PDF and keep it. So in terms of communication between yourselves and us, you will be usually sent a link to any letters electronically. You can find up-to-date information about the school, as well as copies of any letters sent out on our website as well. You may be contacted with various short reminders via text message. Occasionally, it may be necessary for us to call you. So please, can you ensure that contact details we hold are up to date? For example, there's been instances this half term we needed to contact parents for information. We couldn't get hold of them. Then they were asking us why. They changed their numbers and hadn't told school. So please make sure that anytime you change a number, or even when you come into school that first day with the class teacher, check that we've got the correct number. Sometimes one digit is wrong. And for email addresses as well, we had a lot of parents that couldn't access Tapestry, and that's because there was a mistake in their email address. So please just double check all the information with us when you first come. If you have any concerns or need to share information regarding your child, please make an appointment to speak to your child's class teacher. You can do this via the school office, or you can just have a chat at the door when you drop off or pick up at the end. And if it's something that requires a bit more time, they can arrange with you a time to meet. Attendance. So obviously coming to school every day is really important. And at Hazelbury, we want all children to achieve their full potential. If they're missing days, they're missing learning that's occurring on that day. Attendance at school plays a major part in pupils achieving their best. It's important that children know from a very young age the importance of education and attendance at school. Sorry, I've just got someone to admit again. Apologies. Okay. If your child's absent for any reason, please phone the school on the first day of absence to let us know. In terms of sickness and diarrhea, there is a 48-hour policy. So from the last time that your child is sick or has diarrhea, it's 48 hours from that point that they can come back in again. So uniform, we do wear uniform in nursery. We have a purple sweatshirt or cardigan, a plain white polo shirt, black trousers, black tracksuit bottoms or a skirt, black or grey tights for girls or black or white socks, plain black shoes, no trainer, or trainers, no coloured trainers. Sorry, I've got another admit person, sorry. So yeah, plain black shoes or trainers, no coloured trainers, and preferably Velcro. If you imagine throughout the day, we have 100 to 120 children. If they all had laces, it would be, it'd be a very long day. So preferably Velcro. In warmer weather, black shorts or purple check dress. And all the uniform can be bought from Lyons School Shop on the Hertford Road, but you do need to make an appointment. You can visit their school uniform shop, and you can see the price list on our school website as well. You can also buy the uniform, not the Hazelbury logo uniform, but you can get colours from local supermarkets, including Asda, Tesco and Sainsbury's. It doesn't have to have the school logo on it as long as the colours are the same. So purple jumper or cardigan, white polo shirt, black trousers, black tracksuit bottoms or skirt, black or grey tights, black or white socks, black shoes or trainers with Velcro. So what will your child need to bring to school? If your child is staying for 30 hours, they will need a lunch. All children will need a water bottle with their name on it, please. Spare clothes, which need to be named and can be left in their locker. So every child will have their own locker. So they can just leave their bag with their spare clothes in that locker. They are very young still. Some of them have just toilet trained. Sometimes they just get so caught up in the learning that's taking place, busy doing whatever they're doing, that they forget that they need to go to the toilet. Accidents do happen. So it's nicer for them if they've got their own clothes to get changed into. All clothing, please, needs to be named, especially jumpers. If you imagine in the summer when it starts getting hotter and they will take their jumpers off and they forget to put them in their lockers. I can't find my jumper. Well, what does it look like? It's purple. And then we've got 30 purple jumpers. It's not easy. So please write your child's name in their jumper. We're no jewellery policy at school. So if your child wears earrings, please ensure that these are studs, no hoops. Obviously, as I mentioned, we spend a lot of time outside, climbing, playing. If these hoops get caught on anything, it's a very painful thing. So please just studs if your child has earrings. Dress for the weather. So again, we're outside all the time, winter, summer, rain, snow, sunshine. So in the winter, hats, scarves, gloves, coats, etc. Please name these again. They can bring Wellington boots in if it's raining. We do go outside in the rain. We do enjoy jumping in puddles, so they would love that. In the summer when it's hot, sun hats, and you can apply sun cream at home. We won't put it on your child once they're in school, but you can apply it from home, ready for the session. So how can you help your child get ready for nursery? Encourage them to be independent. So practice getting dressed by themselves, particularly taking off and putting on their jumpers. Practice going to the toilet on their own. Encourage them to eat by themselves, tidying up when they finish playing with something. Help them to recognize their name. Do turn-taking activities, such as playing a simple board game. This helps them get used to the idea of taking turns and sort of beginning to understand the concept of having to share with other children, especially if they're used to just being them at home and then suddenly there's 29 other children in the class that they have to share everything with. Sing nursery rhymes and read stories. Practice the school routine. So especially if you have an anxious child, talk to them, get them ready from now. Say to them, in September, when school starts, this is what's going to happen. We're going to go to school, maybe drive past the school, show them where it is. Prepare them as much as you can so they're not in shock when that day finally comes and they come to school. Show them their uniform, just get them excited for it. And enjoy some playtime with your child. Once they come to school, they're going to be knackered when they come home. Enjoy the time that you have with them now during the summer holidays. So don't worry if your child is crying when you drop them off. This happens for a lot of them. I think I probably was the parent that cried when I took my child to school because he just went off and then that was it. Aim to release yourself from your child as soon as you can. The longer you prolong this, the worse it is for the child and yourself. Usually we find that within 5 minutes, the child has calmed down. They've seen that they're okay. Everyone is around them helping them. There's other children there for them to play with and they settle and it's okay. If the child is particularly distressed, we will take each day as it comes at that child's pace. We won't rush them. we'll just go with the flow and encourage them and help them settle. If your child tells you they've been playing all day, yes, they've been playing, but they will have actually been learning all day as well and not realized it. Or if your child's anything like my son, he will say that he's done nothing all day. But I reassure you that they have been doing things and been very, very busy all day long. If your child comes home with dirty uniform, as I mentioned before, learning is messy. Don't worry if your child has had a toilet accident at school. This will be dealt with as soon as we know about it. What I will ask though is please encourage your child not to be embarrassed about coming to tell an adult that they need changing. Sooner we do this, the better it is for them. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's not anything to be ashamed of. So just reassure them and tell them they can come and talk to any member of staff and we will get them changed. So as Laura said earlier, in terms of the 30-hour childcare, if you think that you are eligible, you can check your eligibility via the website below. Again, you can have access to this when the PowerPoint goes up on YouTube. I think it's through Informed Families, so you can have a look on there as well. If your child is a 30-hour child, don't forget to give your code to Sibel Emin in the office. Children staying for a 30-hour session will need to bring lunch with them every day. We are a nut-free school and only healthy snacks, please. So no chocolate and no fizzy drinks. During the session, they can have their water bottle. For lunchtime, they can have a bit of juice or something like that, but no juice during the rest of the session, please. There is no charge for the lunchtime cover either. So I'm just going to show you a few pictures of what it will look like. So as you come in, this is the entrance that will lead you up to nursery for drop off and pick up. It's the Western Gate entrance. You can come in both sides. It's just a longer walk down if you come in from the main gate. This is the pathway up and we share this with reception as well. So once you reach the top of that path, you have two entrances for little berries. On the left-hand side, under the shelter, is the classroom door for cranberries. And on the right-hand side is the classroom door for blueberries. We also share this with the terrific twos as well. And for those of you with children in strawberries, which are the 30 hours, it will depend on whether your child is joining cranberries or blueberries, sorry, just, which door you'll go in through. So for cranberries, that goes directly into the classroom. But for blueberries, it goes into a hall and then you have another gate to go another door to go through into the classroom, but this is manned by staff all the way across. This is an example of one of our current nursery classes. Bright, colorful, spacious, lots going on. So as I said, we have lots of messy play, sensory play set up every day, which includes sand, water, cornflour, slime, paint, everything we can get our hands on basically. So here they were bathing the babies and brushing their teeth. There were some toothbrushes and toothpaste there for them. We have exciting role plays set up, which are changed every half term based on our theme for that half term. So this last half term, we were doing traditional tales and we set up our role play area as a castle cafe at the top of Jack's Beanstalk. The children have access to creative resources every day. Sometimes this might be something that the adult has set up. Other times the children can choose what they want. So you might walk into the classroom and see a table set up ready to go. Other times the table might be empty and it will be down to the children to decide what they feel like doing that day, to give them a bit of independence and autonomy over their learning. So we set up maths activities daily to develop mathematical language and counting alongside other areas. So you can see this is a maths activity, but actually alongside this, they had the tweezers. So they were developing their physical skills, their fine motor skills by having to pick up the magic beans with their tweezers before placing the right amount into their tens frame. We have a construction area where the children enjoy planning, building and demolishing their structures. They particularly enjoy the demolition part. Each classroom has a room attached to the class that we use for quiet time, be it to read a book, relax and chat with their friends, or just enjoy some time away from the hustle and bustle of the classroom. It is very busy with so many children. Some children just lack a bit of time to just relax and calm down and take a moment and then come back out again. We have our own soft play, which the children use to develop their physical skills along with their social skills as they have to work together. Areas are clearly defined with the resources on the children's level so they can be easily accessed during busy time. So this is what I was mentioning earlier about enabling environments. So everything you can see in the trolley is art resources and the children can go and get out whatever they want. So at Hazelbury, we try our best to sort out any queries that are shared with us. If you have any concerns or need to share information regarding your child, please make an appointment to see your child's class teacher at a time that is mutually convenient. Alternatively, if you're unsure who you need to speak to, ask a member of the office team and they will organise a meeting with the correct person. Copies of all our school policies are available on our website. Sorry, I've just got another person to admit. Okay, so if you've just joined us, I'm afraid this is the end, but you will get a link to the presentation. It will be converted to a YouTube clip and you will be able to rewatch everything with all the information on that YouTube clip. The link will be sent out to parents as well. So thank you for listening and taking an active role in your child's education. We are really excited to welcome them back in September and for learning to start. If you have any questions, you're welcome to drop them in the chat, or if you want to talk to somebody at the office, you're welcome to give the school a call. It's entirely up to you. I'm just going to stop screen sharing now. And it's over to you guys. I've just, yeah, your presentation will be sent to you, yeah. When do you return the booklet? So the booklet they can bring back to school with them in September. We don't need that beforehand. We have, for breakfast, we give the children toast, but this isn't a substitute breakfast. This is in addition to them having breakfast at home. It's just a supplement to keep them going. They also have fruit at the end of the session with an option of water or milk. Anything else? Oh, that's fine. If you gave the booklet to somebody today, that's okay. They'll keep hold of it. It's not a problem. Okay, I'm going to stay on the Zoom call for a little bit if anybody wants to ask anything else. Otherwise, that is the end of the admissions meeting. So you are free to leave. The clip will be linked to you. Yes, you can use the Westrum entrance. Yeah. Is group A Cranberry. Both classes have a group A, so it depends on what your letter says, whether your child is cranberry or blueberries. That can be something that you can check if you ring the school office and ask to speak to Sibel. She deals with all the admissions, so you can have a conversation with her. She'll just need your child's name and she can check for you which class she's in or he's in. Sorry, I've just seen that for the first week settling session of the time. Yes, call the office and Sibel can talk you through arranging a suitable time. So in terms of settling, what we generally look at the first 2 days, so the Monday and the Tuesday of that week, we say that you can stay with them. It's 45 minutes, it's not a long time. But what we aim to do for the Wednesday, Thursday and Friday is try and get you guys to leave the room so the child gets used to being away from you for those 45 minutes. We don't ask you to leave the site, you can just wait outside or go for a little walk and come back again, just so you're around if we need you. The starting date is, give me 2 seconds to think, first, second, third, fourth, 6th. The 6th of September is when the settling sessions start. And then the week after is when their actual proper sessions start. Yes, earrings can be worn as long as they are studs, please. No hoops. Anything else? No, if you haven't got any questions, you are free to leave the meeting. Thank you. Have a lovely evening too. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. No problem. We look forward to seeing you too. Hi, I've just seen somebody's been admitted in now. Our session has actually finished now. However, I've recorded the presentation, so if you've missed it, you can actually get access to it when it's converted to a YouTube clip. Can the first ideally, given the circumstances at the moment, we would say one parent. Obviously, depending on what guidance is given come September, it might be that both of you can come. Yeah, okay, so if I say both of you turn up on the first day, and then if I can't have both of you in, just be prepared that it might be that I ask you that only one parent comes in. What is the latest my child can come to nursery? Again, this will be a question that if you phone and ask Sibel at the office, she'll be able to give you more information about that in terms of starting dates. Thank you. Any more questions? First and second, no, it's just the first week, the week beginning the 6th, that is 45 minutes. That's our settling week. And then the following week, I think it's the week beginning the 13th. 13th? Yeah, they start their actual sessions as normal. So it'll be the 3 hours, providing that they've settled in okay. Does that make sense? So 45 minutes the first week, and then the second week they start their normal sessions. Any other questions? There's only 3 people. Thank you. Take care. We'll see you in September. I've still got 2 people left. Do you guys have any questions? You can unmute yourselves. There's only 2 of you if you have something to ask.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. So I've got the 30 hours for my child. So they on the 3rd, I think it's the 3rd, 1st, the 3rd, and 2nd, they come in for 45 minutes. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then on the 6th, they start full time.
Sorry. No.
Okay.
So the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are inset days. There's no school.
Oh, there's no school. Okay, then I've got the wrong letter then. Okay.
So then from the 6th is when the week of 45 minutes starts, the settling in week.
Okay, because the letter I've got, it says it starts from the 1st to 3rd, it's like 45 minutes. I'm coming, they've been selected time for me.
What is your child's name? Because we all have.
Flavor.
Give me 2 seconds, sorry.
Okay. Sorry, you're still recording, just to let you know.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I just want to jot down your child's name just so I can sort that out. What's the child's name?
Thuwaiba, that's spelled TH.
TH.
Yeah, UWA.
Yeah.
IBAH. It's quite long. BH. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I will check that up with you, and either myself or Sibel from the office will call you just to confirm.
Okay, thank you. Because I we just wanted to book, because we're both working, so we need to make sure that we've taken time.
Yeah, that's
off.
no
So
problem.
it's the week on the 6th that is the 45 minutes, and they start on the 13th. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay, that makes much sense. And because I've got I've got a lot of other questions, but I'll call the office tomorrow because she's at childminder now.
Okay.
And the 45 minutes, I would want the childminder to have that week, her.
Okay.
But I will double check with. Okay, might call to the office tomorrow just to double check everything.
Yeah, just ask to speak with Sibel.
Sibel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
No problem.
Thank you. Thanks for them.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Maureen, hi, sorry. I'm hoping you can hear me. It's no problem that you joined late. The presentation was recorded, so I'm going to ask the office to turn it into a YouTube clip, and you'll be able to access the whole thing again via the link.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, perfect. Okay, ladies,
Okay,
I'm going to end the meeting if you have nothing else that you want to ask.
No, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.